And now, Bob Elliott and Ray Goulding present the CBS Radio Network.
Okay, drop everything you're doing. Settle back for 15 minutes, what we hope will be a very pleasant, pleasing, and satisfying radio program.
Well, that's our aim, of course, and even if we just are a little off-center from hitting the target, we hope you'll understand that we tried the best we can.
Look, neighbor, if you get just one laugh, one little chuckle even out of the next 15 minutes or so, we will have done our best, we feel.
You late?
Who came in then?
Me.
Yes, who are you? Are you a member of our show? You don't look familiar.
No, I'm just a member of the audience.
Well, it's supposed to be in here 15 minutes early. I wish you'd try to make it a little sooner again.
Sorry, they told me to hurry, and I did.
Shall we give a rundown on this evening's program before we go to the audience?
That'd be a good
idea.
idea.
I'll be back in a minute, sir.
I'm going to adjust my microphone. I was going to say, look, folks, if all we want said is that they tried the best they could. That's all.
Look, we feel if you get one little laugh, one little chuckle out of... Oh, I said that.
Yeah. Now let's give a rundown.
What is the rundown?
Well, let's see. We're going to have a feature called Underwater Service. Natalie Attired has promised to come by to say another terrific song.
And the first feature is going to be questions from the audience. Now, how does that entire lineup look to you, audience?
What do you think of it, huh? What do you think of the lineup for the program?
Well, we'll warm them up before we get too far.
All right, audience.
Want to introduce the question period?
Sure.
Get to it.
We're going to devote a few moments, and I think this will help warm up the audience.
I certainly hope so.
A few moments here to questions and answers. Now, if you folks sitting right here in front of us in the studio audience have any questions about show business personalities that you'd like answered...
Just shout them up to us, like you, sir, you who are late coming in.
How much money does Claire Trevor make a year?
Well, the actual figures haven't been released.
I'll bet it's plenty, you know. You know how I know that?
I don't know. How?
She's a slick actress, boy.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
I like her.
Now, I think that gentleman over there on the left side of the audience...
I'd like to ask about Toulouse-Lautrec.
Well, Toulouse-Lautrec wasn't exactly show business personality.
How come he was in a movie?
Well, a movie was made about his life, but he was never in show business.
Well, he should be at show business. He was pretty good in that movie. How come the movie studios are passing him up?
Well, they must have very good reasons for not looking into the situation, sir. Let's have somebody else, a lady.
Mr. Elliott, do you and Mr. Goulding have any real privacy, or is your life a fishbowl?
Well, we've been asked that question many times, ma'am. It is a fishbowl.
I see. I thought so. I'll bet you don't even have any privacy when you're doing your show.
Not any real privacy, no.
Must be a strain to be popular. Say, you know who's good?
Who, ma'am?
Jack Warden. My book, he's excellent.
Yes, he is, ma'am. Do you have a question you want to fire at us
Yeah.
while we're...
When you have something dangerous to do during your broadcast, do you use stuntmen, or do you, too, do it yourselves?
Well, we prefer to use stuntmen if there's anything dangerous to be done around here. I guess that would answer your question, wouldn't it?
Yes, and I must say most people aren't as honest as you are. I'd lie about something like that myself. I'd say I did all the dangerous things without the help of stuntmen.
Well, thanks. That's a compliment to us. Next.
I got a question. It's in the form of a riddle, though.
A riddle? Okay, go ahead, sir.
To your way of thinking, who would you say was the best actor around today?
Well...
That's in the whole world, mind you.
Well, let me see. There's Sir John Gielgud. Of course, his countryman, Sir Laurence Olivier. He's a fine actor, and...
No, let me help you out of your spot. You know who the best actor in the world is?
Who, sir?
The best actor in the world is any kid who gets up in the morning and decides he doesn't want to go to school.
I see.
Kid like that will grab his stomach, make his eyes pop out, he'll stagger around, he'll clutch at his throat, and pretend to faint. I'll tell you, you can't beat that for acting. Now, I mean it.
Well, that was a nice riddle, sir.
Well, that's so. I like riddles. That's why I asked it.
And that's about all the time, Ray, I think we have for the question and answer period. And I'd like to thank all of you for cooperating.
We'd rather be paid.
It's been a real big help. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And here now is guest sports champ Mickey Dickens. Mickey, I think you won a recent high honor, didn't you?
Check, Bob. Sports writers voted me this year's #1 man in the field.
King of the roulette croupiers, Mickey Dickens. Mickey, would you tell us, we have a look at that powerful right arm of yours? Oh, big as a barrel.
Well, it gets that way from pushing chips around the table with that long stick, whatchamacallit there.
Croupier's stick, I think. You have to keep in good condition, I guess.
Even when I'm on vacation, I work out with a fly swatter every day to keep the old wrist in shape.
Mm-hmm.
Say, while I got the mic here, I think I could air a beef.
Well, maybe we could wait until you visit us again.
I just want to say, I heard you stagehands snickering and saying I was a reject from the Sports Time program. And you want to know, I was never even asked to be on it. Now, that's the truth.
Oh, I can't understand that. Phil Rizzuto interviews all the top names in the sports world on Sports Time. Well, okay, Mickey Dickens, thank you very much.
Phil isn't taller than that. No, I didn't mean that.
He wasn't referring to Phil himself. But thanks for visiting us, and good night for now.
Come out to Vegas sometime, and I'll push a few chips around for you.
A tribute to those in the underwater service, and a special tribute to the officers and men of the submarine USS Speckled Bass. It was on the night of the 13th that the Speckled Bass, having taken a direct hit from a destroyer, was forced to submerge to the bottom. 48 hours later, and still on the bottom.
That was a little too close for comfort, Skipper. We can't take too many more like that.
Why not?
Well, because we're in pretty bad shape around here, especially the morale of the crew.
Then pass out some chalk and let them write messages on a few of the torpedoes.
Forgive me. Let me out. I'll break out if I...
That man is hysterical. He's got to be slapped.
There he goes, Skipper. Slap him.
I had to do that, Fuller. Maybe someday you'll understand. You see, even the best of us are afraid now and then. It's nothing to be ashamed of. I want you to... Fuller, we're going to forget that you punched me. Now get back to your depth gauge and watch that needle.
See what I mean about the morale of the crew, Skipper?
All right, Lieutenant. Tell the crew I've got something to say to them.
Man, hold it down. The skipper's got something to say to you.
Men, hear this. The lieutenant tells me your morale needs a boost. Well, here it is. Szymanski, I want you to break radio silence to send this message to Fleet Headquarters. USS Submarine Speckled Bass, tired of being sitting duck. Intend to surface, engage enemy, and do a little shooting on our own. All right, Fuller. We'll forget that you did it again.
Sir, I think the men were looking for another kind of morale
Szymanski,
boost.
cancel that last message and send this one instead. USS Submarine Speckled Bass, too proud to be on bottom. Going to top where we belong.
Here comes Fuller again, Skipper. Better fend for yourself.
I'll do my best.
Here's a morale message for you, Skipper.
Oh, I gotta get out of here. I can't take it anymore. I don't care about this old cell. I gotta get out of here.
But the skipper did care. And once Fuller's hands were tied to his sides, the USS Submarine Speckled Bass performed a clean sweep. I like service stories now and then. Mary, you here for a song-saying session, huh? Natalie, I mean.
Well, you've done it, too. I've got mail addressed to Natalie Tired saying, when are you going to give another recipe?
Well, you know what? You want me to explain what it is?
I don't do recipes. I'm a song sayer.
You want me to explain why I do
Mary
that?
is 10 to 15 years older
I
than
know,
I am.
but look, Ray and I sit here face forward, looking at the audience.
She wears elastic stockings,
I know,
too.
but listen, we sit
I
here,
don't.
and all we do, we get a
Coincidentally.
whiff of that perfume when you sit down. We don't look, necessarily. It's the same kind Mary wears.
Yes.
And I never really...
Well, it's a gift. It's Eddie. It's a gift. Of course, it was a gift from you and...
That's what we gave you for Christmas, wasn't it?
You gave Mary the same kind, too, didn't you?
A little vial.
Well, I wouldn't call it that.
No, I mean,
bad.
it was a little bottle.
Oh,
We
yeah.
gave each of you
about
the same kind.
I guess a dram or a gram.
Yeah. Well, what are you going to say as a song, and who are you going to dedicate it to this week?
To your dentist, for one thing. And he's better do some work there, Bob.
I need to go.
Yes.
Yes.
Something's been slipping.
Right.
And your stockings are slipping.
She's not wearing any stockings, right?
How
Go
dare
ahead
you say
and
that?
let's have the song. What is it?
It's called Smooth Operator.
Okay.
Eddie?
Right.
Hit it. You're a smooth operator. You're a cool, sweet potato. Kiss-a-me, baby, don't make me wait. Hug-a-me, honey, don't hesitate. Take my heart and don't give it back. You're a smooth operator. I like it like that. You're a gone alligator. Tell me, Abby, baby, what you gonna do. You've got me sighing, got me wishing for you. But I'm here to tell you one natural fact. You've got me yearning. I like it like that. Burning with desire, you set my heart and soul afire. You drive me wild, you make me shout. Now cut that out. Mercy, Mr. Mercy, you're the end. You're a smooth operator, but greater when you kiss me, baby. My toenails curl, and I'm so glad just to be your girl. I'd be happy in a one-room shack. I'd like it like that.
One more time.
All right, you're a smooth
Oh, wait,
operator.
she's gone quite a way. I think the one chorus was enough without going all through.
We heard somebody do that just one more time, and it's very
well,
effective. And Eddie and I thought we'd try it out.
Catchy ending. Have you tried it before an audience before to see how the reaction is?
No, this was the first place. Where better than in front of the 6 million people who listen to you every
That's
night.
right. You probably should get a reaction of some sort to that, I guess.
Didn't know you had that many relatives, you guys.
And a lot of the 6 million, of course, have sent in to get their names on the Bob and Ray mailing list, and that is still open, as we have said. The offer still goes. If you would like to get on the mailing list, just see if you can by writing to us.
You may not qualify, and then again you may. It's very arbitrary, as we explained. Depends on the mood we're in when we get your letter. A lot of people we know are on the mailing list who shouldn't be there.
Well, we're trying to cull them out as quickly as we can.
Well, I guess we're down to one. Just a moment. I think there's somebody on the phone here. Hello? Yes? What? That fellow left. It was in such a rush.
Anybody on the phone?
No. No, it's just kind of a funny sound. And you know, every time I picked it up today, it's been that same sound. Nobody there.
Just nothing, huh?
It's real spooky, Bob. Real spooky.
Well, we'll have to check into it, I suppose.
What are you planning for your winter vacation, or have you given it any thought, or do you have any money to go on?
No, I'm going to stay right here.
Mm-hmm.
Right in town.
Any other plans?
Yeah.
What's upcoming in the spring? New suit or what?
No,
I
I
think to look
think,
forward to, or is
haircut.
your life falling into just a
I think I'll get a
drab
short
rut?
haircut again.
A haircut is nice. Shoe shine. Women, I understand, go out and buy a new hat. Not going out, of course.
Best way. He does a very nice job, though. And
Yes,
we'll,
he does. Thank you.
We'll have our parting words for you in just 10 seconds.
Hey, Bob, do we have time to mention the folks who help us with this show?
I think we do, sure.
Thank you, Joe Miller. No, we'll get to the other names some other night. This is Ray Goulding reminding you to write if you get work.
Bob Elliott reminding you to hang by your thumbs.
Do you want me to do the introduction again today, Ray?
You're Kent Lyle Birdley? Or who are you?
Oh, I was the announcer assigned to sit around here.
Do it again, please, will you?
Now, once again, Bob Elliott and Ray Goulding present the CBS Radio Network.
Well, not exactly the most cheerful introduction we've had. Sounds like,
I think you boys are great. Don't make any mistake.
no, it's just the way you say
And I
things.
love the network.
You know, your voice would indicate that you were angry with either Bob and Ray or the network or both. Or...
Furthest thing from my mind.
No, it's just the impression. Isn't that funny?
Been here for years and loved every minute of it.
Yeah. It's funny how some people give the wrong impression, and they go through life, people saying that person's egotistical or different or indifferent, and actually he's...
Just his style,
Yeah.
his way, that's all.
he's
It's distinctive.
self-conscious or something. Well,
Well, I'll just go over and sit down.
okay, see that you do. And I hope you're comfortable.
Now, don't get that way, Ray.
No, I'm just trying to show you how you sound.
Oh,
See?
oh.
Did you break that chair?
Yes, it looks like it's broken.
Uh-huh.
But I'll pay for it.
Okay. Now, are you really mad or just...
No, I'm not mad.
It's hard to figure you out, sir. But for a minute there, without looking at him, I thought it was Kent Lyle Bradley.
Hello, Ray.
Oh, here he is, though. This is really Kent Lyle Bradley.
I'd like to go into a little discussion if you have the time, and which we didn't have time to go into yesterday, Ray, concerning Wally Ballou and his special events coverage.
Right. Isn't your week up? You're walking around money running out yet?
Ray, I'm on my own money now, pal.
Oh.
And I thought I'd stay here in Big Town a while.
How's that? You're on your own money. You've,
Had a letter from home.
Oh?
So I'll be able to stay here probably until I get my feet on the ground.
Uh-huh. What were you saying about Wally Ballou?
Well, I just thought that coverage that he did of the parade yesterday was a bit off the beam from being truly professional.
Well, would you blame that on Wally Ballou, or would you blame it on Skirmahorn, or the engineer, or the producer, whoever was responsible
Ray,
for
I
it?
think your engineers do just a grand job, and I wouldn't want to say anything about any one of them. I can't believe that they could
really plays it cool, doesn't he?
They could have caused any.
Hi, Wally. Come on.
Ray. Well, let us go.
Wally,
Hello, Kent.
you know Kent Lyle Bradley.
Yes.
He was just making some.
Hello, Wally, pal.
Kind of sideways swipes at your
That's
broadcast.
So? How do you mean? What did you like about it? Well, it was just seemed to me you didn't know what you were doing up there, and I was just calling it to the boys' attention.
I wonder if you two fellas could go out in the airlock.
Well, I knew what I was doing.
And
it
while
was
you
just
go out
the engineers, there.
Bob, you come forward and do a Fritos
Yes, but I didn't
corn
think
chips announcement for us.
Okay.
Okay, singers, if you would.
Munch, munch, munch a bunch of Fritos, corn chips.
And since Fritos corn chips are fresh as spring itself, it seemed appropriate to give you a springtime gift. So Fritos have attached a free package of flower seeds on their large bags as their salute to spring. There's nothing for you to mail in. Just buy a large bag of Fritos, and there, right on the bag, is your free package of flower seeds. And they're the finest seeds you could get anywhere, genuine burpee seeds. There are 3 varieties, beautiful zinnias, snapdragons, or petunias. Get yours while they last. Free flower seeds on the large bags of Fritos corn chips.
Munch, munch, munch a bunch of Fritos, corn chips.
I've got the portable microphone now, and I'm standing in front of a bench on which are seated 4 children from the Lucy, what?
Laura Lee.
Laura Lee grade
Bob,
school in Anaheim. And they're here to say some of the cute things.
Tell you who they are. Art Linkletter has refused to talk to them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and rather than disappoint them...
They're rejects?
Yeah, they're rejects. So rather than disappoint the kids, we thought it would put them on this program.
Sure. Well, here's one over here. You're about 7 years old?
Yes,
And how are things at Laura Lee grade school?
fine.
Do you have any hobbies or any interesting little stories to tell? What does your daddy do?
He's a surgeon.
A doctor, huh?
No, a surgeon.
Well, that's the same
cute
thing.
kids, Bob, aren't
yeah.
they?
Let's see if we can get another. How about this little boy here? All right, audience, don't encourage him. This little boy.
Little hams, anyway, audience.
Yeah.
Hello there.
Hi.
Did you come all the way in from Anaheim today?
Yes, in a station wagon.
In a station
Teacher
wagon.
drove us.
Wonderful. What's your teacher's name?
Miss Travis.
Do you like her?
Yeah, she's pretty.
What does she teach? All subjects or one in particular?
She teaches all subjects and one in particular.
And what's that?
All subjects.
Uh-huh.
Oh, aren't
Swell.
they cute, Bob?
Oh, they
they're
say
precious.
The cutest thing. I think one more here would probably be enough. We're going to have to leave one of them
Art
out.
Linkletter's no fool. I mean, he knows who to reject, doesn't he?
How about you, little man?
Yes.
Boy, that's a cute suit you're wearing there, long trousers and everything. Is that your first long trouser suit?
No, I've been wearing them since I was 15.
How old are you now?
31.
Uh-huh. And do you like school?
I like Miss Travis.
Oh, you're in Miss Travis's class, too, huh?
You know, whistling Dixie.
Well, Miss Travis sounds like a very nice lady from what you all say. And I want to thank you all very much.
She's very pretty.
Yes, that's what the other kid said. Thanks very much
She's a
for
pretty
talking
small
to us.
creature. She's about 3 feet. That's pretty small. That's what they told me to say as a joke.
Uh-huh. Well, you certainly have said some nice ones. And,
Kids, we'll see you, huh? And, Bob, do you have anything nice for them?
No, I don't. I don't have a thing for them.
Gee, that's
Going
a
to have to
shame.
go away empty-handed, I'm afraid.
I don't have a thing I could give them either.
Could give them some of these pistachio nuts that are sitting on the desk.
No,
but
no, come
I think
on.
we'd better
I like
save
them.
those.
I like them too much.
Yeah.
I'll give them to kids.
Well, I'm coming back on the stage now.
He's really fooling folks. He didn't even go out. Didn't even go off the stage. It's sound effects.
Boy, they are fun to talk with, I'll tell you that.
I love to talk to kids. You know, you never know what they're going to say. That's what really makes you perspire when you're talking to a kid on the air.
I know, but they say things in such honesty and such, without candor in any way that...
They're truly blunt.
Yeah.
You know, they say if you want the truth, go right to City Hall.
Yeah. Say, look who just came in the door. Dean Archer Armstead. Didn't really. He was here all the time. And again, with his theme, Old MacDonald Had a Farm. Here is Dean Archer Armstead, head of the Lackawanna, New York Field Station, director of Bob and Ray Agriculture Activities for the Eastern States. Dean, kind of chilly up around Lackawanna these days, hasn't it?
You need the long john. You need the long john.
Yeah, you need those, boy.
Well, somebody told me that you fellas were comedians, and so I want to laugh now. I don't want to seem rude and not laugh, but
well, I think some of our
you
stuff
kept it for me very well.
I think some of our stuff goes over your head, Dean. But about this mulch and about the tulip planting, what's the matter?
Is that a joke?
No.
Oh.
No, it's a statement of fact.
Well, about mulch, what about it?
Well, what about it? You brought the subject up.
Well, of course, what you want to do is use any deciduous material that come off a tree, or old tomato plant, the greens, old flower box plant.
You're listening to Dean Archer Armstead, ladies and gentlemen, head of the Bob and Ray Agriculture Activities Department.
Hey, who moved that?
I think the page came in. That's too bad. Well, I think you've covered it pretty well, and drive carefully going back in case the roads are slippery or icy, and in case there's any snow.
Well, I'll tell the young lady that you made me laugh.
All right, Dean, thank you very much, and our best to her. Dean Archer Armstead, ladies and gentlemen. And here's another celebrity spotlight, our guest, Mrs. Hester Mooseman. Mrs. Mooseman has an unusual claim to fame, and she's here to tell us about it.
Maybe not exactly fame, but what it is, I live next door to the couple next door.
Oh, that's one of CBS Radio's winning 7 daytime dramas, isn't it?
That's right, and the Pipers are the very best of friends with Mr. Mooseman and myself. We try to act casual, you know, being so close to famous people like that, but it is mighty exciting, let me tell you.
Could you tell us some intimate little thing, a fancy fan magazine item, kind of, about the couple next door?
Well, I don't think I really should.
Oh, come on, that's what you're here for.
Well, all right, you asked for it. Mr. Piper plays the marimba.
The marimba?
Yes, and he's terrible, and he plays it at all hours, too. We get pretty burned up about that. You should hear what he does to the beloved Indian love call.
Well, thanks very much, Mrs.
And Kitten on the keys at 2 o'clock in the morning,
Mrs. Hester Mooseman, next door neighbor.
They were away all summer and was a blessing. They're over in Europe. I wish they'd stayed there.
Yeah. CBS Radio's Couple Next Door, and our thanks to you for visiting us on Celebrity Spotlight.
Well, I'll try to dig up some more dirt on them and come back in and tell you more.
It's good. I think it's nice to learn these things about
They're awfully nice
stars
family.
that we're fans of.
Sure. Say, yes, sir, you look like you have something on your mind, something you'd like to tell the great Bob and Ray audience. Would you come up to a microphone?
You looking at me?
No, the one next to you, sir.
Oh, me?
Yeah. Would you come up here, please?
Yes.
I'm sorry, sir. I suppose did you have something?
I thought you meant me.
Did you have something you'd like to say to the great Bob?
But I can stay over at the Bob and Ray Hotel.
No, you can't, not unless you have $10. All right, you, sir.
Yes?
We're through giving those rooms away, you know. What is it you wanted to tell us, sir?
Well, I was going to, I was told by your assistant who interviewed me, and,
Oh, you mean the little squirt who works for us?
Yes. Wilbur Conley, I think his name is.
Right, yes.
He said he thought I had an unusual service that your fans would like to hear about.
Terrific. I wonder, would you tell our great unseen audience just what it is that you do? what
Well,
service you offer.
I offer the service to people who want to come up Broadway in a ticker tape parade. I set the whole thing up so they can do that. I've got 2 limousines. I've got a couple of shills down in one of the office buildings that throw torn-up paper down at them. Makes them feel big.
What do you charge for this service?
Well, $25 for 4 wastebasket parade.
Well, $25 will. How many blocks would that cover?
Cover about 2.5 blocks.
So, I mean, for a real swinging...
a real swinging thing will run up into the hundreds.
It really would.
With the open-top car.
Oh, I see. And
the driver has a uniform on in that case.
Would you, do you furnish a pretty girl to ride beside the fellow waving?
Yes, we can do that. We have the complete, the whole service there.
Do you have a photographer taking pictures for
No. We figure the pictures will come automatically if they see a ticker tape parade.
I see. Sir, I know you've...
I'm hoarse from cheering.
I see. I was just going to remark on your voice. I know you don't want to talk too much longer, and we don't want to listen to you too much longer because...
How do I get to the Bob and Ray
apparent
Hotel?
to us that you're a phony. What?
How do I get over to the hotel?
Do you have 10 fish to stay there?
Yes, I can pay for it.
Okay, just ask the fellow down the corner. He'll tell you how to get to the great Bob and Ray Hotel, sign of the Moose. Say, we'll have 3 of your singing favorites in just 10 seconds.
Okay, now as promised, here are 3 of your singing favorites.
I'm Alan Dale.
And I'm Don Cornell.
I'm Johnny Desmond. Hey, hey, hey.
Ooh. And until tomorrow, this is Ray Goulding reminding you to rise to get work.
Bob Elliott inviting you to hang by your thumb.
And now Bob Elliott and Ray Goulding present the CBS Radio Network.
Did you fellows arrive late at the studio, or did we start the show too early for you? I noticed you were reading there as we went on the air.
Well, there were some things we were going over, Wally, some last-minute important items that we wanted to check before we went on the air.
Business matters, things like that?
Yes, yes. Incidentally, we had a lot of nice comment on the way you handled the commercial yesterday.
Hey, swell. I thought maybe it was a new branch of show business for me.
Well, didn't you start off as an announcer, Wally, and graduate?
I started as an announcer and came into the personal interviewing end of it a little bit later.
And spot news coverage and all. I remember some wonderful
Well,
things
at that time, of course, I hadn't had the operation, and they said my voice was a little bit of a setback on the news.
Well, what was that, your...
adenoids.
Adenoids.
But now that they're fixed, I feel that I can tackle... most any of these little chores you want to hand out, commercials.
Well, I think maybe you ought to qualify that. Fixed as best they can be. I think probably that's what the doctor said.
What, the commercials? They're not fixed.
No, the adenoids.
Oh,
your adenoids are fixed, right?
Yes.
Right.
That's what I was told.
I was afraid of that.
But you did have a good report on it, huh?
Very, very nice. The people who have the account, the agency called and said terrific. Wonderful.
All right.
Yeah, the nice reading and the way you said certain things like rinse.
Well, I do that on commercials, yes.
Gives you a very Tony effect.
Drain. Down the drain.
Drain, that's a hard
drain,
one.
It's hard to do.
Rinse.
Hard to do, but it's the mark of a true professional.
That's right, rolling your R's. Rinse.
Yeah. What have you been doing, Mary?
Well, I have been working on a new type of program that I'd like to do for myself. You know, some wonderful things have happened to me since I've been on your show.
Yeah, I know. You went all
And
over.
I've had a wonderful opportunity to present a dramatic show of my own. And would you sit still, please? You make me a nervous wreck.
Trying to disentangle myself from this spaghetti here.
Well, that's just wires.
Do you mean somebody has offered you an actual dramatic show?
No, but they have exhibited interest. So what I've done is prepared this type dramatic program, but I'm employing many stinks in it to help build up all the drama content.
Oh, no, you mean stings. We call those stings.
Stings, yes. Well, that's what I thought. It didn't sound right.
No.
So that's...
Can we have a sample to see how it sounds? Have you got anything ready?
Yes,
or
I
are you
have
just in the blueprint stage now?
No, it's all out. This is all ready to go. We're all set to go.
All right, well, explain it then. What is it?
Well, I have written down this part. Bob, you be stranger. Could you do a character voice for me?
Do you want him old or young? What kind?
Kind of scary.
Oh, how would a voice like that be?
Yes, that will be good. All right, you be stranger, and I'll be Helen.
All
And Ray,
right.
will you set the scene?
All right, sure. All right, let's see. The setting for our first scene is romantic Venice, the Piazza San Marco. The sun is sinking after a hot summer day. A cool evening breeze is beginning to blow. You, Helen, are seated at a table in the piazza.
That's me.
Drinking a cup of coffee when a handsome stranger approaches.
That's me, huh?
Right. Bob, you're the stranger. And the stranger speaks to you.
Buenos Aires, Signorina.
Hello. Do I know you?
I'm afraid not, but I saw you sitting here, and since I, too, am alone, I wondered if you might share your table with me.
Well, there are other tables.
But none with such lovely decoration. You're very pretty, Signorina.
Signora, if you please.
Ah, but you're so young.
Well, I guess it's just a technicality. I'm a widow.
Oh, that's too bad. May I sit down?
Well, I guess so. I'm not in the habit of picking up strange men.
You're in Venice, Signora.
Are you a tourist, too? No, of course not. You're an Italian, aren't you?
Yes, I am Italian.
Your accent is lovely. It sounds like,
Well,
Winchester, Massachusetts.
Yes, I try not to make it show. Oh, come on,
Barry, cut it. Bob, you did okay for
Thanks a
an Italian
lot.
actor, but
Thanks.
the rest of it wasn't too good. Let him have that.
Yes.
Gee, I don't know, Mary. It's a good idea, but I think what it needs is a little more, working.
Yeah, and I think
Working
you were right
around.
the first time, too, Mary.
I think so. All right. What about using the things?
Yes.
Yes. All right.
But I think maybe the idea is good. I think Ray and I could point up, could kind of accent our little discussion between ourselves.
Well, you know,
with
you
the
didn't
little
have a chance to look
stings
over
like
the
that.
script. You could have probably done a little accent to give that more color and feeling than you did.
Well,
you
I
did
just-
it real
I
cold.
read it cold,
I
I just
think
saw
it
it.
was very good. Of course, you've had dramatic training.
I mean, it said it's Don Amici playing the part. I did the best I could,
Yes,
you know.
yes. All right, all right.
Well,
Now it's time to go down to the audience, Bob. Would you take
All right.
that microphone?
I'd love to
And
because
I'll
we
take
have...
another one, and we can alternate back and forth.
Well, good.
Good idea?
Yeah. You want to be first, or shall I be
him.
first?
Me.
No, him.
No, me.
Him.
Me.
Him.
Me.
Him.
Me.
let me see.
Me, miss. Me.
Him.
Go
ahead, him.
Me.
No,
me.
you.
Me.
Him.
Yeah, him. Could I have a word with you, sir?
Yes.
We thought it might be fun if we asked some of our audience members today what was the worst gift they ever received, and what was the best thing they ever received.
Well, it's hard to remember. You mean including childhood? Because,
Well, I don't think in
remember-
childhood we ever receive anything we don't
I
like.
got a terrific pair of cowboy pants when I was a kid with real fur.
Well,
that
of course,
was
that
good.
stands out in your memory, but I mean, as an adult, maybe that's the time when gifts are a little difficult to pick out, you know.
Well, I think the best one. Oh boy, there've been so many
It's kind of
good
a
ones.
stickler. Maybe we should have told you all before we went on the air, and then you could have been thinking about it. Would have saved a lot of time because we're
I
losing.
got a nice sports shirt one time, and it was 2 years ago. And the reason I liked it, it fit perfectly, and I liked the design on it. And there was a sports shirt that had tails. And it stands out in my mind as a person thought enough to spend a little money to put a tail on it, and it probably cost a little more that way.
Well, have you been able to wear it anywhere where it fit? I mean, it wouldn't really look well at a sports gathering to have the tail of your shirt out, would it?
I don't
On
mean
the other
to-
hand, at a
No,
fancy
no.
ball, it wouldn't.
I don't mean that you wear the tail of the shirt out. It makes it fit better.
Oh, I see.
And I like that. Now, the worst gift I ever got was a sports shirt, and it had a tail on it, but it was...
Can you speed it up a little bit? Because I noticed they're signaling to me from on stage that
And they're
our
holding their
audience
nose,
time is
too. What
just
does that
about
mean?
over.
and they're holding their nose.
I know. Let's
the-
just wrap it up and say that you are how old, sir? 42 on your card here?
Yeah.
And you go to Anaheim High School, is that it? I want to thank you very much for being here with us today and give our best to your teacher. And I'm saying that over my shoulder to him as I go back on the stage.
Bob, aren't you going to let me talk to some of the folks here in the audience?
I don't know whether we had time.
How about you, buddy?
Yes?
Did you, you had chance, while the other fellow was goofing his, chance to think of the worst?
Yes, I did. Mm-hmm.
Good. And how about the best one?
What do you want, the worst or the best?
Worst, please. Because the best, I think, probably would be dull. The worst one probably would be funny. Right?
Funny what?
Funny, I mean, it'd be comical. The worst gift you ever got. Oh. They're holding their nose in the control
the
room
memory
now.
course, you mean?
Yes.
How to improve my memory?
Oh, well, I can see that didn't work. Is that right?
What?
Back upstage now to my broadcasting buddy.
Right, Ray.
Gil Arion.
I've got it here, Al Schaefer.
Schaefer.
And a real pleasure to be back on the Bob and Ray stage here again. I think a lot of you wonder just what the stage looks like. We refer to it so often, to the great curtain behind us with the big
Bob blabs
B&R on it.
I'd like to remind you that we would like to take just a second to tell you about yours truly, Johnny Dollar. You see, Bob?
Yes. Johnny's the ace insurance investigator with the action-packed expense account. Is that what you mean?
Yeah. Let's set the scene for this show. You see, Johnny has just surprised a yegg hard at work on a safe. Now, the crook whirls, snatches something from his safecrackers kit, and threatens...
All right, Dollar, stand back. I got enough soup in the flask here to blow us both to kingdom come.
To which Johnny asks, "What kind of soup?"
Chicken gumbo.
So be sure to hear this or some other gripping drama on yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Bob keeps wishing it was mock turtle soup the guy had.
And you keep saying you've got to listen and find out, right? Your
Right.
vote's for split pea?
Right. And now, as a sustaining feature of the Bob and Ray Show, we bring you another episode of One Fella's Family. Today's episode, entitled The Smell of Malt, is taken from book VI, chapter IV, pages 11, 12, and 18. It's mid-morning as we look in on the family now, and we find Father standing close to the cellar doorway.
Fanny, what's that hammering down cellar?
It's Jack. He's been down there about 3 days.
Went right down there as soon as he got into town, didn't he?
Don't know what in the world he'd be doing.
Yeah.
But, you know, I think you've always said you thought you'd like to finish off the cellar.
You don't suppose he's planning to surprise me with a game room, do you?
That's what I was going to say. He probably wants to surprise you by finishing off the cellar, but it's something you can't do quietly, certainly.
Why don't we call him up and see what he's doing?
All right. Hand me the phone.
No, I mean I'll just open the door and yell down cellar. Be simple.
Jack?
Jack. Oh, Jack.
Yeah?
It's me, Father.
Yeah.
Sandy.
Look it down.
No, but we've been rather disturbed
Stay
by...
up there. Look it down.
We're not coming down, Jack.
Okay.
It's just the pounding that's been going on down there.
Well, I'm,
It's been rather distracting to us when we've wanted to sit here doing crossword puzzles and reading.
well, I'm just trying to make something here.
You're not planning a surprise for me, are you, Jack?
Yes, I am.
He is planning a surprise, Fanny. This is it.
That lovely. Jack, come on up here and have a bite to eat.
Yes, why don't you come
I'll be
upstairs?
up in a little while. A little while.
Well, you certainly have been busy for 3 days down there, Jack. What could be taking so long?
Close the door, will you, Gramps? Dry up.
That boy, I don't know what I'll do with him. Oh.
Do you smell malt or something like that?
Yes, I did notice a rather strong odor, Fanny. Have ever since I passed the cellar door.
Makes me heady.
Listening to One Fella's Family, brought to you as a sustaining feature on the Bob and Ray Show. Today's episode, entitled The Smell of Malt, was taken from book VI, Chapter IV, pages 11, 12, and 18. One Fella's Family is written and produced by T. Wilson Messi. This is a Messi production.
Ladies and gentlemen, you remember Tex Blaisdell, Bob and Ray's famous cowboy who travels the country in a station wagon playing country music?
Howdy, Bob and Rayo.
How is your friend Romeo?
Romeo is still the cut-up in the Smoky Valley Boys.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Tex, yes, fine. You're here, I understand today, to perform your wonderful rope act.
This is the same act I do on the stage when we're appearing for any group.
Well, I know you're going to do the Cisco Sizzler and then the Las Vegas Larrup. What else did you plan
I'm going to
for
do
us?
the Dallas Dazzler first. That's a new one I've added. And then I'll be
How about
doing...
the Reno Rondelay?
I don't have that in the present act.
Oh,
but,
all right. How about the Carson City Cat-Up?
Ad-lib it for you. Maybe I should let me get my ropes together and...
All right.
If you get a little music, you can
You
play
bet.
them.
Tex Blaisdell, ladies and gentlemen, and his rope act. Speak up and tell us what you're doing.
All right. This maneuver is called the Cleveland Curlicue. I'll need a fresh rope for this next one.
Give him a fresh rope, will you, Webb?
Okay. Here you are. Go ahead, sir.
Here's the one you requested, Ray, the Reno Rondelay.
Oh, hey, that is truly beautiful, sir.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
The Omaha Overdrop and Slide. A very tricky maneuver.
Hey, you got the foot.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Did you mean to do that, sir?
Stop the music. I didn't mean
I
to
thought
do
that was part of the act. That was very good the way you caught my leg. Can you get me over it now?
Yeah,
It's
let me
the
untie
Omaha
that
What is
there.
that? The Omaha overlay down slip?
Double slide.
Double
yeah.
slide.
That's one I haven't really perfected yet, but it does get a good round of applause.
You have any more
usually.
for us, Tex?
Not today, I don't know.
Not for the money you're getting either, I
No.
suppose, huh? Where are you heading for now, you and Romeo?
We'll be appearing in Chelsea all next week.
Wonderful. At the Grange Hall there, I suppose?
And then we move along to Dover-Somersworth, New Hampshire.
Terrific. So all you folks thereabouts be looking for Tex Blaisdell.
Following week, we open in Brattleboro, Vermont.
Great. Okay, let's wrap it up.
April 4th and 5th, I will be appearing
dry
at
up.
Seattle.
Till tomorrow, this is Ray Goulding reminding you to write if you get work.
Bob Elliott reminding you to hang by your thumbs.
Bob Elliott and Ray Goulding present the CBS Radio Network. How you doing, everybody? That is Bob, yours truly here, Ray Goulding.
Right.
Now,
we're
Mona
going...
Freeman.
What?
Oh, no, she's
Oh.
coming along later.
We have, later, and we also have a little music for you, some talk today that we think may encourage you to think a little bit more, and some ideas on things that we want to pass along.
And friends, remember we were mentioning about rock and roll music on the show. We had so many requests for it, and then the mail began to go the other way, requesting that we not have any. Well, the mail requesting we not have any far exceeded the mail requesting that we do have some, but fortunately, their manager got to us just before the show, and
It was about 4-1, wasn't it?
we made arrangements now to have them.
5 and all.
Right. So here then, for those of you who like it, the Pinocchles and the Ma 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 Rock. Great.
That's
And
a nice note.
one of the pieces of mail came from is this like a Leonard Bernstein, is it? Papers is New York. What's that
Could
word?
be.
Phil something.
Phil somebody.
Phil And he said that enjoys the show and particularly would like to hear Webley Webster play the entire arrangement that he has of Jealousy at the huge organ.
Good.
here.
We're answering a lot of requests today, and Webb, I wonder if you'd come over here, or go over to the organ, use that mic over
Wait
there,
a
if you will.
minute. Wait a
What?
minute. Before I go over there, let me just say one thing.
All right, go ahead.
Will you let me play it?
That is our prime intention. We've had
Okay, that's all I want.
had a request.
That's all I wanted to hear.
You play it?
Okay. Here then,
And,
the
that gentleman who requested and for all my friends and relatives.
And for all that letter that came in. Webley is now pumping the great studio organ so that it will be ready to...
Jealousy.
Go ahead, go ahead. Just a minute, will you, Hold it, Webb. Hello? Hello?
What is it for?
It's for one of us, I think. Which one? Bob or Ray? I'll take it. Can you wait just a second?
Yes, I'll wait.
Yes? You didn't like... Well, you see, we had a request for him to play that, sir, and... This is the gentleman who sent the request in.
Oh.
Webb, he didn't,
What?
He didn't like the way you were playing it, I guess.
Uh-huh.
Yes, sir.
Sure.
Uh-huh.
Did he give
No,
you
I'm
his
sure
home
he'll...
address,
No, look,
Bob?
he'll understand.
Will he give it to you?
Of course he will.
Yes. Bob?
What is
Get
that?
his home address.
Could I have your home address, sir? So that we might send you a... Oh. No, he won't give it.
Okay.
But, hello? He'd already hung up. That's too bad, because you did start out very well on that.
Hello?
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 Yes, what can I do for you, ma'am?
I'm the operator, and I've been listening to your program.
Yeah?
And I heard the call, and I thought if you wanted to trace it, I could probably do it for you.
Well, I don't think it's necessary. Do you want to trace the call, Webb? There's no particular need for that.
If it wouldn't be too much bother, yeah.
If it wouldn't be too much bother, he's rather nettled, operator.
Well, all right. I'll see if I can trace it down, and then I'll call you back.
Can you call us back before we leave the radio tonight?
Yes.
All right,
Bye.
fine. We'll be right here. She's gone. We've used up our music time, Webb. That's
sure.
unfortunate, but she's going to try to get that fellow for you.
Sure.
Try to get the name. Yes, and right here, it's our very great pleasure to welcome back a gentleman who's had a varied career, both in the European stage, on the European stage, and here in this country. And I'm quite sure that a lot of you have seen him on television with his little act. Well, it's not a little act either. There's quite a lot of accompaniment here. Mr. Al Bow Wow Paithwaite and his dog act. Did I pronounce your name right? I think it's Perthwaite, isn't it, Al?
That's right. It's Perthwaite.
Could you speak up a little bit? The dog's making so much noise, it's kind of difficult
Sick
to...
voice. Down. Al Bow Wow Paithwaite is right. It's my name. You pronounced it
Do
correctly.
you prefer us to call you by your nickname Bow Wow or by your given name Al?
Well, most people call me Al. People who've known me for so many years.
All right, Bow Wow. Now, how many dogs do you have in your act here?
Well, I have, there are 7 with me tonight that I brought along. And what they do, of course, is jump through hoops and
all of this
do all
equipment
sorts
you've
of,
set up here.
of fancy choreography-type dancing.
You've actually taught a dog to use that trampoline over there at the end of the studio?
Well, the little poodle will use that. They're very intelligent.
They're pretty intelligent, I've
Very
heard.
intelligent dogs, yes.
There's
Boys,
one of them
boys.
there is nuzzling in your pocket for a dog biscuit, I think.
Boys! They're excited, obviously.
You say, or you told me before we went on the air, that you had appeared in Europe quite frequently and to some success. Could you tell us a little bit about your experiences there?
I appeared in the famous music halls of England, and I appeared down in France and over the Pyrenees into Spain.
Beautiful country there. I know it
I
well.
saw a lovely book called Aficionado, written by a friend of mine, Vincent Kehoe, that I'd recommend. I have a picture here.
Let me see.
That Mr. Kehoe took. His book is lavishly illustrated.
Is he a
with
bullfighter? I notice he's...
No, he just takes pictures and
and has wrote a book called Aficionado. You know what that means, don't you?
No, I don't.
I don't either. I think it means like a fan.
Uh-huh.
I mean, a fan of bullfighting.
Bullfighting, sure.
$12.50.
And this is where
Book
you,
costs.
$12.50, huh?
Yes, it's probably... That's right, but it's a big, big book.
Yes.
Let me see how many pages are in it.
Justify it somehow, then.
Yes.
Must be a lot of pages. Well, anyway, we're getting away from the,
Doesn't say.
getting away from the dog subject here, Bow Wow. And what are you going to have them do for us tonight? Something that you've done before the crowned heads?
Yeah. Yes. Well, look, one of these acts that we did in front of the King of Denmark.
Is that so?
And he came right down off his throne and shook hands with me after the act.
Certainly must have been a heartwarming scene and one to make you mighty proud of your little animals.
So now what we're going to do is this one here is going to do the Fred Astaire part, and the other is going to do the chorus line part. And I wonder if we could have the music, please, and
All
I'll
right.
let them go. One of
Mr.
them
Torchia?
is... Yes, there we go. All right.
Yeah, there they go. They're starting from a sitting position. You give them any signals, Bow Wow?
Boys, let's go.
Oh, no, I guess we just talked to them.
Hip, hip, go.
When do they start, Al?
They're supposed to be starting now. They're just... I don't know what's wrong.
Well, they're just sitting there looking at you. Are they waiting for something? By that I mean, are you supposed to give them a little reward to do this, or what?
Well, I don't know what's happened here. I know a lot of them have been irritable of late, but... help me.
Maybe they're just not
Help
used
me,
to being on the radio or something. What, has he got hold of you there?
Oh.
Yeah, well, I don't want to get near him because I've got a new suit on.
Would you help me, please? Please.
Can somebody help him? Somebody help him, please.
Look at me, I suppose. You think I'm going to go near that fellow? That dog is really mean.
Well, he's got a good grip on Al Bow Wow Perthwaite's
I'm going
leg.
to have to go along now. Come on.
All right. Be careful, that little fella. Al Bow Wow Perthwaite and his trained dogs, I never saw them sit around as moodily as those did.
Well, I guess they're used to other mediums.
They're not used to him as a trainer, I don't think.
I don't think so either. I think right here, though, would be a pleasant time to have a word from one of our kind subscribers.
I noticed that Fentress Sinon, the CBS Haired Animal Act announcer, just came in.
Yes, I was sitting in the announcer's lounge.
Yes, Fentress.
And I was fit to be tied to hear that you put on a haired animal act without calling the CBS Haired Animal announcer.
Well,
That's my assignment.
I know
Whenever
that.
haired animals appear on the network,
I know that.
I announce it.
But, you see, this is our program, and we don't have
I'll take
an
this
actual
to the
announcer.
top. It's been almost 11 years since I did a haired animal program.
Well, I haven't been
And then to
there.
have it on the air and not be part of it.
Well, I know. I can
Can
tell how
only-
you feel. It's rather an embarrassing situation, too, since you've been getting paid to do this kind of work.
I'm on piecework. I'm not paid. I get called when you have haired animal acts on radio at CBS.
Well, nobody told us about... I knew who you were because I've seen your picture in so many fan magazines, but nobody told us we had to check with you whenever we had an animal act on the show. So you do understand, don't you?
Nope.
And next time we have one, we'll call you.
Never
We'll
mind.
try to have one next week. And we'll have the sound of an unusual machine for you in just 10 seconds.
Hey, friends, here's the sound of an unusual machine. And until, well, Monday. Have a good weekend, everybody. This is Ray Goulding reminding you to write if you get work.
Bob Elliott reminding you to hang by your thumb.